Hey, what's up, everyone? Basketballer here. We are now the second game for today, January 6, 2024 NBA Game Day. This is a wonderful battle between two huge and two powerful teams in the Eastern Conference. That'll be Boston Celtics going up against Indiana Pacers, and that'll be at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and that's going to be 8 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Basketballer. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. Approaching this game, Boston Celtics, they got a record of 27 wins and 7 losses, while Indiana Pacers, they got a record of 20 wins and 14 losses. As we all know, we actually provide free picks right here in our YouTube channel, Basketballer. But for those who would want to avail our premium picks or premium packages, you may actually reach us through Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, or even Messenger accounts. Just go ahead and check on the descriptions of these videos and you would see the details right there. Spread of this game is at minus 5.5 and that's given towards Boston Celtics. The Indiana Pacers, they would have the home court advantage on this. In terms of fatigue, we can just skip that part because both teams actually played last night and both teams actually won. Boston Celtics, they had a very easy win against Utah Jazz. That was a crazy game. I didn't even feel like Utah Jazz was there. 126-97 was the score, and at the same time, Indiana Pacers almost had a similar type of a win, a blowout against Atlanta Hawks, 150-116. So, in terms of fatigue, we can just skip that part. I gotta say that both are having some sort of tired legs approaching this game. Now, in terms of momentum, it's also going to be a huge discussion because approaching this game, both are coming off wins, just like I said earlier. But Indiana Pacers, they are on a streak. They are on a 6-game winning streak approaching this game. For their last 10 games, they have won 7. The Boston Celtics, for their last 10 games, they have won 8. So it's a bit tricky as to which has more momentum, so to speak. But we got to give it to Indiana Pacers having that kind of a streak, a very long streak right now with 6 wins. Now let's take a look at the availability of the players and the health of both teams. For Indiana Pacers, Nesmith and Nembhard are both listed as game time decision for this game. So 2 players in IL for the Pacers. And for Boston Celtics, Al Horford, he did not play against Utah. Last night, he was actually placed into rest, but right now there isn't any update yet. So in essence, he is still in game time decision. But I've read some articles saying that it was an intentional rest that was given to him. There wasn't really like an injury, just like the usual. If that's the case, then highly likely he will be playing on this game. But then again, there is no formal announcement yet. With that, Boston Celtics do have the advantage in terms of health and availability as Indiana Pacers have a couple of players in their IL. All right, here we go. This is going to be tough, and perhaps this is the best game that we have for today. Anyway, we only have 4 games. These are 2 of the best teams in the Eastern Conference right now, perhaps in the NBA too. Both are coming off wins. Indiana Pacers, they are the team which has the momentum. They are on a 6-game winning streak, and they are at home. That's why they are so scary looking at this battle. But then, of course, you have to pause and you really have to take a look at the different factors. I mean, taking a look at Boston Celtics, yes, they are just having like 1 win approaching this game because they came off that loss previously. But if you take a look at their last 10 games, Boston Celtics, they have won 8, and Boston Celtics, they are the more consistent team as compared to Indiana. In Boston Celtics, they already got 27 wins at this part of the season, unlike Indiana Pacers, who only got 20. In terms of losses, Boston Celtics only got 7. Indiana Pacers already got twice of that, which is 14 losses. So there are really a lot of things to consider, which would actually point you towards Boston, and there would also be stuff that would also point you towards Indiana Pacers. It's scary and it's always hard to go up against a team which has great momentum and whenever they are at home. That's one thing that I know. But if you take a look at the previous games that these two had, the Boston Celtics actually lost the Indiana Pacers the last time around, right? I was watching that game. We were going towards the hospital for my father, and I was like, man, Indiana Pacers got crazy. Their shooting and offense is just legit. They're the best offensive team right now in the NBA. But for Boston Celtics, we have to take a look at that team, that Boston team. They didn't have Porzingis or Porzingis, and prior to that, when these two actually met, when Porzingis was actually playing, they took care of Indiana Pacers. Um, the score was 155-104. That was the score when Porzingis was there. I'm not expecting Boston Celtics to really like dominate Indiana Pacers the way they did last time on the first time that they met this season, but I'm expecting Boston Celtics to beat Indiana Pacers this time around. I know it's not that going to be easy. Indiana Pacers, they are the best offensive team. They are at home. They got some momentum, but Porzingis in the middle, it's just going to be very tough for the defense of Indiana Pacers, which is actually already not a good one. To stop Boston Celtics, Porzingis in the middle, and he would have options with on his sides. He would have both Tatum and Brown, and Boston Celtics is bench is also improving in terms of their 3-point shooting. So I'm gonna pick Boston Celtics here, and I'll go ahead and take that minus 5.5. Who else can actually put a stop on this streak that Pacers has? But the Boston Celtics. But let's see. It has to be a revenge game for Boston Celtics for Pacers beating them on that in-season tournament battle. All right. So my pick on this one would be Boston Celtics minus 5.5. Again, that's Celtics minus 5.5. Peace out. Pasay love and God bless.